Yo, what's going on? Solidus-T. All right, so some drama popped off. Now, for the past 3-4 months, I've been doing boxing. I've been on this boxing panel discussing boxing, and everything is good in doing that. And so I got caught up in the mix with some lame. I mean, I really don't want to talk shit, but I guess I might as well since I'm doing this, and there is an entertainment factor to this, so I guess I will. But now I've been going on this bitch ass nigga, lame ass fat nigga that be hiding behind a computer screen, nigga named ibfp, so-called boxing wizard, when really he's just a Canelo dick rider, meat rider, whatever you want to call it. So this is a weird one. So apparently, if you don't say no pro Canelo shit, that makes you a hater. You're a Canelo hater. You're ignoring all boxing facts and whatever the fuck they're saying. So I just wanted, he did a video on me, and I want to just respond to that shit because I'm not even mad at the video. I'm not even mad at that. I promise y'all, I'm not mad at that. The problem with the Canelo video is, the issue with the Canelo video is, with the video he made about me is he's not being honest in the video. The only thing he's right about is the part about me talking about on my, because he went on my page. It's like this. This man went on my page, right? On my YouTube page, I got videos where I'm talking about black women. The reason why I do those videos going in on black women like that is because this is a Hispanic guy, and this is a pro-Hispanic channel. So they probably wouldn't know what it's like. But when you're a black man dating in modern day time, see, I'm a straight guy. I'm not gay or bisexual. I actually get bitches. But when you're a black man dating, black women are very difficult to deal with nowadays. They're very toxic. No other woman is toxic like how black women are, for the most part. So I feel like the problem with society is a lot of black men are scared to talk about how black women really are. You feel what I'm saying? I'm one of the few dudes that ain't scared to do that, so I'm doing videos talking about it. And if you actually listen to the videos, I'm not just on there just bashing. I'm actually telling stories. So it's like you could actually get something out of it. It's not just name calling or fuck shit like that. But again, the reason why I do those videos is because modern day black women are very difficult to date. Now that has nothing to do with boxing, right? I'm thinking he'll look at that, but he'll ignore that and focus on boxing. This bitch ass nigga literally highlighted that, and I guess he's going to use that against me. But I don't give a fuck. And the video he made, like I said, it's not true. Me disagreeing about something about Canelo, or me opposed to something about Canelo, that doesn't mean I hate Canelo. That doesn't mean I'm a Canelo hater, or that doesn't mean I'm glazing another boxer. Every time I talk about Canelo, I'm speaking facts. I'm not hating on that. There's nothing to hate about. I've said millions of times, Canelo is an all-time great. He's one of the best to ever do this shit. And he the truth. I've said that multiple times, but at the same time, there's some red flags about him like any other boxer. And I've said this multiple times. I've been on that bitch ass niggas panel a million times saying that. This is what the issue with Canelo is. I'm on the panel, right? And there's this guy talking about how Canelo's going to beat Crawford and all that. He's going to do this, that, and the third. And it's like, bro, Terrence Crawford, now, I understand how this fight came to be. Terrence Crawford mainly pushed for it. I get that. That's a fact. Okay, cool. But the fight is happening, right? Bro, Crawford's moving up to a weight class he's never fought at before against a guy who's mastered that weight class. Canelo Alvarez has mastered 168. He's the king of that division. He has all the belts, right? Okay, cool. Why would he lose to Crawford given that? And Crawford's never fought at 168 before. None of that. Yes, Terrence Crawford is great. He's one of the all-time best. He's not going to beat no damn Canelo at 168. That's not going to happen. If he beat this like this, well, let me not say that. It is boxing. Upsets do happen. Make no mistake. But I'm telling you guys right now, if Canelo loses to Terrence Crawford, given the circumstances, that is a complete shocker. But if you know boxing, and if you're on a boxing purist perspective, Canelo is most likely going to win this fight because there's no reason for him to lose. Unless something crazy happens, there's no reason for him to lose to no damn Crawford at 168. It's just not, that shouldn't happen. So I don't understand all these in-depth breakdowns about that. Save that for when he's fighting somebody that's his size. Like, let's say he rematches Bivol. or he fights El Monstro or whatever, then it would make more sense. But to do a breakdown like that about a guy fighting a guy that's smaller than him, because what he don't understand is walking around at a bigger weight and fighting at a bigger weight are two different things. I don't think he knows that. You see what I'm saying? And this is a dumb nigga that already lied on me and said, I said Andrade got better footwork than Bivol. Like, you know, they say fuck shit like that on their panel. So that's where all this breaks comes from. So I'm like, okay, I don't really feel like arguing about Canelo on this panel, so I'm not going to say nothing. So he say all that bullshit, I don't say anything. I let it slide. Then in the comment section, I'm responding to somebody's question or a comment somebody made. And I was like, yeah, it don't really make sense that he would do that breakdown, because it's like, he's expected to win. He's fighting a guy that has no business beating him at 168. So I don't understand why the breakdown. Like, I don't get it. Now, I've been on that panel, IBFP, that's the name of the panel. I've been on that panel for months arguing with them niggas. I was just verbally going upside IBF's head last week. So ain't no coward shit over here. So these niggas heard me talk these viewpoints before on the panel to anybody who was listening or arguing back. So how am I scared to go on the panel and say that shit? That don't make any sense. That's what he said in the video. So I don't understand that. You know, so nigga is lying in the video. But the thing that's killing me though is, how the fuck do I hate Canelo for just stating facts about this nigga? He talks shit about Devin Haney. I don't even think he hates Devin Haney. He's just giving his opinion on Devin Haney about things that are actually factual. I'm not mad at that. I never disputed that. Like back in May when they had that fight in New York, yes, Devin Haney ran and he did not fight at a level that was a lackluster, bad performance he put on. Yes, I've said that multiple times. He's getting ready to fight Brian Norman Jr. Devin Haney does not have true knockout power, but he's a great boxer in my opinion. Brian Norman Jr. will probably beat him if he's able to hit Haney with some shots and Haney gets hurt by it, he can beat Haney. But if that don't happen, if that fight comes down to a boxing match, not necessarily somebody get knocked out, Haney will win. He's the better boxer than Brian Norman Jr. Haney ain't gonna knock him out though. Haney's not a knockout guy. Unless, again, this is boxing, make no mistake, things can happen in that ring. But I don't see that. So I'm being honest about black fighters as well, because he's saying that I'm a race fan when it's a known fact that Hispanics are the biggest race fans, but whatever. They don't want to, you know, ain't nobody Hispanic going to be honest about that. But because Hispanics support other Hispanics blindly. They don't give a fuck if you're good or not. Like example, there's a Mexican guy on his panel. Now, I'm thinking he knows boxing and he watches boxing. You've seen Ryan Garcia box before. You know Ryan Garcia is not a great fighter. But since he's a Mexican and he's a fellow Mexican, he's supporting him, acting like he's going to take over the division. Then when he lost to Rolly Romero, it was crickets from dude. He ain't saying shit. So Hispanics are actually the biggest race fans. But they're trying to project that shit onto me. But again, I've criticized lots of black fighters, not just Devin Haney. They all know this shit. But yet, what are they saying? I'm a race fan and only sticks up for black fighters. Criticize everybody. It ain't just got to be no Mexican fighter. But the biggest issue is the Canelo shit. That's where all this is stemming from. This whole situation is weird. For simply opposing some shit about Canelo, yeah. That's what I'm saying. For simply opposing some shit about Canelo, it's a lot of nonsense about me hating Canelo, and they're saying I'm anti-Mexican. How the fuck am I anti-Mexican? Never got on the panel and said anything derogatory about Mexicans, none of that shit. Wait till I talk like that, then be like, oh, whatever. He's racist or whatever. I ain't got no reason to be racist against no Mexicans. And then on my page, I got a video talking about how when I was dating this Mexican woman, it's a true story. The video, I'm assuming when he did his research on me, I'm assuming he saw the video. But I guess I'll just run through it real quick. No, I'm dating a Mexican woman. We dating. You know how bitches get comfortable and like to talk. She got comfortable and like to talk. So she's talking and she told me about her people. She told me about all the sucker ass, hating ass shit Mexican men do when they see black men dating Mexican women. You dig? Then I had a situation with some Mexicans that was kind of suspect on their part. So I decided to tell that story. But if you listen to the video, I'm telling a story. I'm not on there just bashing Mexicans. So it ain't no anti-Mexican talk. This is real factual shit I'm saying. That don't make me a racist. You dig? So this shit on the IBF panel is some sucker shit. And the nigga IBF This is some fat bitch ass nigga that hides behind a computer screen, never shows his face. But he's talking all this shit. You know, some lame ass nigga. You know, so, you know, a lot of fuck shit going on. And I'm not even tripping off the thing, but if I got cooked, I don't know how, but I guess. But again, this is all because I'm not meat riding Canelo. See, that IBF channel, that's a pro Canelo channel. Them niggas on that channel, it's Canelo or you gotta die. That's how they act over there. You don't get on your knees for Canelo, the niggas gonna get at you. The nigga that was doing that breakdown about Canelo, they only like that nigga because he be saying pro Canelo shit. Other than that, they wouldn't even like that nigga. So let's just keep it real. See, me, I'm being honest about Canelo. Because the main thing I argue about Canelo is when he got beat by Bivol. Did he or did he not get his head boxed off by Dimitri Bivol? Yes, he did. That's not hating, that's facts. Every time I say that, these bitch ass niggas, because let's keep it real, most, not all, but most of the niggas on the IBF panel, most of them niggas are some cowards. They hear this nigga IBF say that bullshit and they let him get away with it because I guess they scared to oppose this nigga. They love, I don't know what it is. Somehow he got these niggas under a spell where it's like we can't go against IBF because that nigga be wrong hella times. They don't ever say nothing. Niggas is cowards. I'm the only nigga on the panel that will come on that panel and get at that nigga. Like I said, last week I had to verbally go upside that nigga head. I don't know who the fuck that nigga was talking to. So ain't no coward, ain't no bullying over here. It's gonna be a war. So I had to put that out. But like I said, did he or did he not get outboxed by Bivol? Yes, he did. Dimitri Bivol whooped Canelo. He won that fight at least 9-3. Remember, this is how you know they cheat for Canelo, and this is real. This is how you know they cheat for Canelo when they do the scorecards. He did not land multiple shots on Bivol that whole fight, but yet the score was 113 to 115. Come on, bruh. It should have been much wider than that. Canelo lost. Canelo probably won 3, maybe 4 rounds. I had Bivol winning that shit 9-3. That was my personal scorecard. He was boxing that man's head off. All Canelo was doing in that fight was trying to knock him out, hit him with power shots. Bivol was in there boxing, hitting, moving, getting out the way, walking him down when appropriate to, fucking him up with that jab, got the high guard so Canelo can't really get through like that. Fucking Canelo up. And Canelo had no answer for none of that shit. But he's so-called the most skilled boxer. You let them bitch-ass IBF panel niggas talk, Canelo's the most skilled fighter, but yet he couldn't even have a plan B for that. Let's say Andre Ward was fighting Bivol instead of Canelo. I don't know who would have won, but that fight would have been way more competitive because Andre Ward is more he's more multi-dimensional than Canelo. That fight would have won. I don't know if he would have won, but it wouldn't have been no just getting outboxed like that. But every time I bring that up, them bitch-ass niggas, IBF included, they make these bullshit excuses for Canelo, and they say all this stupid shit. And then they try to play it off like, oh, you're just hating on him. How am I hating on him, nigga? That actually happened. That whole fucking fight is on YouTube. You can sit down and watch that shit like it's currently live, and you'll be like, damn, he whooped that nigga, bruh. Keep that shit real. Then they're talking about, they keep saying, oh, Canelo was chasing greatness. Nigga, that ain't chasing greatness. Because according to IBF and them, Canelo's fought elite fighters before. Bivol's an elite fighter, so he did that before. He fought at 175 before. So it's not like he's fighting the weight class for the first time. What Crawford is doing is chasing greatness. He ain't never fought at 168 before. He ain't never fought no pound for pound great like Canelo before. And this is his first time doing it. That's more chasing greatness than what Canelo did. But you can't tell them bitch niggas that because these niggas got Canelo dick so far up their ass. Can't tell them that. Can't tell them niggas that. I'm doing this response video because, to be honest with you, why not? Because honestly, I knew he was capping in that video and it was mostly lies, so I really didn't care like that. But I said, all right, why not? I'll do a response video. I don't give a fuck. But my argument is just because I say something about Canelo that's not like pro Canelo does not mean I hate Canelo. For the record, Canelo's all-time great. I don't think he's the most skilled boxer, but he's good. He's a legend. But like any other boxer, there's some red flags. Them IBF niggas, they got it fucked up. And they go about that shit the wrong way. So I wanted to just do that. I wanted to just do a response to that. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna probably get back a little bit later on. And if that bitch ass nigga IBF is doing the live today, I'll go on there and get at him again. We can go to war again. It's nothing. Fuck ass nigga. And I could never have a one-on-one with that bitch ass nigga because he got them bitch ass niggas in this panel. They always sticking up for this nigga like a fucking kid. So you can't even really chop it up with IBF for real. So, but we'll see though. I'm out.